coming from just loving being, not from not the black box.
Not from the black box. So is the black box kind of interfering with the true peace and the coexisting and coming together of the three religions in Jerusalem again?
Yes, because people believe that they have to give themselves up to, I'm seeing like a program, a system, a way of being, but all they have to do is be themselves and just accept and forgive themselves. It's not, when we keep feeding the black boxes in our lives, we're enslaving ourselves.
Mm-hmm. And what planet is the black cube connected to?
Lyria?
What was that? Repeat, please.
It's like, I think I'm saying Lyria,
Lyria?
but the collision, something about a collision in Lyria.
In Lumeria? Is that what you're saying?
I think, I don't know.
Lyria, okay, or Lemuria. That was on Earth, I believe.
Yeah.
Interesting. Ask why did it come to Earth? How did it come to be on Earth? The black.
Infiltration of the system.
It's a infiltration of our system.
Yes. It's contrast, it's darkness, but I'm also feeling peace. It's like balance. It's like the mix. Like it's like dark, but it's like the darkness that unveils. It's like behind it is the light. It's like a dark layer, and then behind it is something bright and beautiful, but it's the contrast that reveals the truth.
Okay, so does humanity need to look deeper to reveal the light and overcome the dark programming?
It overwhelmed everyone though, so it's like everyone's lost and no one knows how to find their way home. So people are praying to find their way home back to themselves, to reach forgiveness and that glory and connection to God and His mercy, but you don't need to throw stones.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, I can't explain it.
Mm. Is the black cube part of the matrix programming then?
Yeah, definitely, but it's been manipulated and it's like the levels were amplified and just threw everything off balance.
Okay, so it was used for good and then was reprogrammed for darkness?
Yeah, that's why I'm sensing some like deep darkness, but peace. It's like it's an awkward, it's just awkward.
Mm. Interesting. And Jerusalem?
I'm getting shivers.
Shivers. Interesting. From feeling the dark energy?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Okay, well, let's ask Archangel Michael. He is there with you to protect you. Nothing can harm you or hurt you. What are you feeling?
It's just like it's a weight on my body. It's like holding me down. It's like,
Is this the black cube that was already in your body or something else?
yeah, it's everyone has this. Everyone unnecessary. Now it's lifting because of everything that's happening, but it's like sticky and gross.
Mm.
Like you're trying to remove a band-aid that was just too sticky and then you rip it.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts. Ugh.
And is Jerusalem important and have keys to ascension to new earth?
Yeah, there's an active energy there, and Sarah. I'm Palestinian, and my dad is Palestinian. I have a connection in this lifetime, and just growing up in Jordan, my whole identity, a part of it, very much connected to the fighting for and acknowledging the rights and peace and the Palestinian people, of all people in the world, their freedom from their own black boxes and programs.
Why are the Palestinian people so oppressed by the Jews, by the Jewish government?
The Zionists, they want control. They want to belong somewhere. Okay. That's so. I had a past life, and I remember this from the last session, as one of many beings, but one of them being reptilian, and they had a lot taken away from them. So they are very much behind the whole Zionist movement. But it's only because they want a place to call home, you know? Being led with darkness and fear, they need to open their hearts. That's it. Just open, because we're all children of source and love and peace. And of all places, they chose the land of peace to claim their own, because it's what they crave within themselves. And as someone who's now Palestinian in this lifetime, I feel that, and I feel empathy for both people, for both sides. And I have a lot of love. That's why, oh my gosh.
What?
In Sydney, when I was just in Australia, I couldn't find housing. They didn't get back to me, and the only place that accepted me for housing was Shalom College. It was a community, and you know, I was kind of afraid that they wouldn't like me because I'm Palestinian and come from a Muslim family, traditionally speaking. But there was so much kindness there and love, and that's what it's all about. It's about freeing the black box, just uniting.
Yes. So is that black box that you see and you in your body, does everyone have this black ego regulator from a program from the Matrix?
Yeah, it's disconnecting now from their Merkabahs, but some are just denser than others. Like I feel my body is like cold right now. It's just shivering.
Okay.
Like the heat is trying to come through, but this is like an imbalance of temperature.
Okay.
And now I'm cold.
Okay. Well, let's bring in some warmth from Archangel Raphael. Can send you some warm healing light of golden light, and let's send that golden light into the black cube to warm that up as well, and start dissolving some of that darkness, start transforming it more into light, more into love, reprogramming this dark energy of control system, of wanting to belong but feeling the need to control others. There's no need for control like that. We are free spirits. We were meant to be free. Creator designed us to be free and sovereign beings. So these black boxes are overriding the laws and cannot control us. We do not submit to these black boxes any longer, or your matrix control system. We are breaking free now. She will be breaking free. And what was that? What do you see or say?
There's an important message behind for everyone.
An important
listeners, like it's like I think they want me to share that everyone should take a moment to put their hands on their heart and imagine a cube within themselves filling up with white light, and say and repeat, I am sovereign, I am divine. I am the light. I am free. I claim back my power. I am benevolent. I am whole. I am. It's the. That's why I've been recently seeing and attracted to Alba Weinman's video. Still cold. People should be watching that.
Yes.
Important messages there pertaining to what's happening now, but using that I am phrasing to set the soul free and just bring back people's power.
Yes. Yes, that's a beautiful affirmations. Beautiful prayer and affirmation there. Thank you so much. And ask who was that message from?
Mes college. Mes what?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Mes college. Mes something.
Mes Metatron. Mes Courage.
Mes college. Mes.
Okay. Okay, that's
like a connection to Yeshua.
So. Yeshua. Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
So maybe a message from Yeshua then. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Now, how does the black cube look, and what is it doing or behaving?
So, it's like fighting for a place. It's dismantling, but it's deep rooted in the matrix. Lifting, it's definitely lifting, but
okay, yes, it takes time to overcome the ego completely.
Yeah.
And it takes work. It will take spiritual work on your end and conscious work on your end as well.
It's dissolving.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So thank you so much. That's for all of those messages. Now, let's go back to you as this little girl. Well, you're a teen girl, I'm sorry. When you're 14 or 15. And then also see yourself as any younger years when you remember and feel like you didn't fit in. You didn't feel you belonged. You didn't feel at home here, and you felt loneliness. You feel you weren't at home. So take all of those aspects of you and bring them back into you, and all of you understand you were never alone. You will never be alone. And you had lessons to learn here, and we needed you in your energy here. That you were always loved. You were never fully disconnected. We are all one. You are a part of the one great source. And just need reminded of that. And that's what awakening is. Remembering who you truly are. A spiritual being. A magnificent sovereign energy connected to source and one with source. And more will feel that and know that in this lifetime as we ascend to new earth. So bring in and give all of those aspects of Sarah a hug, and give them your love, and give them your understanding now that you understand it was a part of your journey here to figure out who you are and be reborn. So take in all of those soul fragments, realigning them to you and your highest self. Only knowing and remembering now that you are awakening, you are on your way, and you were always loved, always will be loved, and we're never alone. and never shall be alone. No matter what's going on this earth plane, your angels, your guides, and source is always with you in your heart. And we'll send them healing light to you and all these aspects to rejoin you all as one. From Archangel Raphael, we'll send you rainbow light, every color of the rainbow will shine onto you, like gluing these aspects of you back together.
I'm seeing the Merkabah.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has within themselves. That's the one true, I guess you could say, box. It's not even a box.
Mm-hmm.
And I see it like expanding.
Beautiful.
Very beautiful. That's the freedom from within that everyone wishes and longs for.
Oh yes, so beautiful.
Merkabah, which means box in Arabic. It's all funny. It's always been there. But it's like the attention was just in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
Awareness.
And how do we humans activate our Merkabah?
Today, this morning, I went into a deep meditation, and what was so healing about it was that I was not trying to just connect outside of myself, but I kept feeling my true energy. When you sit and you feel you, just who you purely and truly are, keep feeling your energy and loving it and being grateful for it, just embracing it with so much love. It's all about connecting to the you, who you are. And when you feel that love and that great gratitude for being who you are, you activate all parts of yourself because you accept and love all parts of yourself. And therefore, welcome all intelligent versions of yourself. It's just gratitude for yourself. That's it. And that's why when people feel gratitude for a version of themselves that's ahead of them, and they bring that and activate it to the present moment, they're literally activating the genetic sequence to that future version of themselves, the desire to be in the quantum moment presently. So it's just gratitude's the open door for that.
Yes, the attitude of gratitude brings much blessings and is so important.
Be yourself and love yourself. It's not hard. You don't have to repent and walk the deserts for miles. You just have to sit and love yourself. That's it.
Yes,
And
so
be happy.
simple.
Yeah.
So simple. All we need is love. Love is the answer, whatever the question.
The easiest thing in existence is to just be yourself. It's already there. That's it.
Yes, and in this world, the Matrix does everything to keep you from being yourself. And it takes
like you need the next supplement, the next diet, the next image, the next trend. You don't need any of that. You just need to be you and love it and just run with it.
Beautiful message.
The child that's activating now, the golden child in all of us. Remembering that and playing in that. Yeah, just see playfulness and just a golden light. That's what's expanding our Merkabah, our state of being.
Yes. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Well, are we able to connect to the higher self now? Let's speak to the higher self and ask some questions that we have today for Sarah.
Quickly, I think I have to the restroom.
Okay, yes, go ahead. Please relieve yourself. Yes.
Can I get up?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Okay. Whoa. I'm already feeling so light and floaty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll be connected right the whole time, so don't worry. Just go ahead and relieve yourself.
Okay.
Welcome back. All right. Go ahead and take some deep breath. Welcome back. Go ahead and get comfy again. Take
Crazy
some.
how I still feel dizzy and lightheaded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're still in that deep place, not dark place, I'm sorry. And go ahead and start reconnecting. We're going to connect to the higher self. Take some deep cleansing breaths in. Deep cleansing breaths in and out. Exhale like the wind. Going back to that beach if we need to, but still accessing the soul and the higher self in the higher realms. Getting some of our questions answered today for you. And even though this is an individual healing, each individual that heals helps heal the collective. So thank you for helping to heal the collective today. And keep breathing in and out. Beautiful golden healing light. And you can tell me when the higher self is with us and ready to speak.
Yeah, she's here.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much. Can you tell me, higher self, how is Sarah's awakening going? She said she felt she went through some ego death recently.
Yeah, it was quite deep and a little painful because it's difficult letting go of the old. Although she knows that the new that's coming through is so incredible, so she's making peace with that.
Yes, ego death is not easy, but we feel the rebirth is the amazing part. And it is a blessing to go through that pain, to find your true self in connection again. Thank you so much. I wanted to ask about the symbol she feels a connection to that was brought to her recently, of the Gypsy symbol of the circle with a line into it that her grandfather had tattooed on him and is a symbol of healing. Now, why did you bring this symbol up to her? Make her aware of this again. What does she need to know about this? What is her connection to this?
It's like a key to accessing a certain Akashic record.
Accessing healing Akash records, perhaps?
Yeah, there's an ancient knowledge there that'll be beneficial for humanity because Sarah's eager to find, to unite the quantum and physical bodies to create a more unison healing. Because she's embodying the practice of Joe Dispenza and medical medium, two of which offer modalities for healing that are
Beautiful.
derived,
Mm-hmm.
that are connected to source and the purest version of healing, but there's like a bridge between the two that can come together, and the symbol is the first step and key to unlocking and receiving that knowledge.
Okay, and how was it the Gypsies had this knowledge? Where did they get this knowledge from?
The stars, they were masters of astronomy and channeling, and I'm seeing a lot of prayer and channeling in deserts, and it's like I'm seeing a group of people sitting in a desert around a campfire, just looking into the fire and just channeling to the stars. It's like a home to them. Yeah.
Is there a specific star system the Gypsies originate from?
Not specific enough. I don't know.
Okay, that is fine. Very good. Beautiful. And what is her connection to the Gypsies and the symbol?
I think it's a lifetime, a past life. She's definitely been a gypsy and traveled with them and studied the stars with them. That's why she's in awe of the stars in their eyes. She's always been fascinated by gypsy eyes.
Beautiful. And why were the Gypsies, why did they become roaming and nomads and having to hide their knowledge and their wisdom and their ways?
For one, they understand that home is not a place, but rather a secure feeling. So they understood that Gaia is their home, the earth. It's not one culture, it's not one tradition, it's not one location. It's their state of being. So that's why they have that thrill and fire and desire to explore the world and travel, because they know more than anyone that the world and the stars and the galaxy is their home. It's not one place, but yes, people did hunt them and knew that they were tapped into things that other people weren't and couldn't explain or understand. So people fear what they don't know or understand, so they tend to harm it or attack it. But that's why they're always on the go. They're not even running. It's like a thrill. They yeah, it's a thrill for a life. And that's why Sada is so, that's where she gets her fire from, her desire to be everywhere, travel everywhere. There's not one place that she can call home. It's everywhere, this planet.
Beautiful. Yes, do the Gypsies have a connection, we know, to Egypt, but also to Atlantis?
I'm sorry, the connection
Oh,
was lost.
yes. Oh,
What was
yes.
your
Do,
question?
do the Gypsies, we know they have a connection to Egypt, but does that connection originate from Atlantis and some of their knowledge come from Atlantis? If you heard me correctly.
I did.
Okay, very good. So are some of the Gypsy
Not
knowledge from Atlantis or a connection to Atlantis with the Gypsies?
hearing yes,
Okay.
but I'm not sure.
And connected to the mystery schools.
I'm hearing that the students gone rogue.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That they would take what they wanted and needed and go. They're not the students that sit in class. They're the ones that come for what they need or what they're curious about, and they go. It's not
Okay.
like it's like the rebellious student, but it's for the thrill of living and just
Mm-hmm.
knowing. Being a
Beautiful.
gypsy is more of a way of being. It's, when you want to incarnate as a gypsy, it's because you want to express and expand your freedom. And it's like I keep feeling like a thrill, like a fire. You're not
Mm.
meant to sit in place and stay. You're not meant to sit and study. You're not meant to be clean and tidy.
Mm-hmm.
like,
So you're meant to
you
be
know,
an adventurer.
exactly.
Beautiful. Adventurous spirits and teachers. They are.
Definitely. They're master teachers and they're great at um I'm seeing ego, like they're great at I'm seeing like a horse that's tamed, like the stallion that can be broken is through the eyes of the gypsy, it's through the lives of the gypsy. They they don't have egos the way everyone else does.
Mm.
Like they tamed it.
Okay.
Literally seeing it tamed horse. Wild horse is tamed.
Beautiful. Yes, they don't try to fit in with anyone and do their own way and live their own way. And many people misunderstand them. Beautiful. Now, can you tell me
And they
about what was that? Go ahead.
it's it's funny because people look down on them as if they're, not living the way they should be, but the other way around, the gypsies are the
Mm,
ones laughing and free. They're like the children that never broke free from their spirit.
yes, beautiful. They have beautiful energy and beautiful wisdom, beautiful people. And now, can you tell me about Sarah's melasma? Why she has a new spot and one that's gotten darker? And why does she have this melasma? What is the lesson for her that she needs to know?
Alchemizing the darkness, part of um, her alchemy, her lesson. She's learning how to transmute it, and it's a mix between the transmutation and the lifting and release of darkness. It's not even, it's not even hers, it's a collective darkness.
So it's not
It's
her.
everything that's happening.
Okay, so she's
It's
feeling
not
the
her.
heavy darkness around her and trying to transmute it, and it's becoming this melasma.
It's basically like she's vacuum that's sucking in darkness and then releasing it and filtering it out as light. But she, and it's a cool thing. It's not bad, but I think she doesn't want to be that anymore. She just wants to be. She doesn't want to be a filtration system for the darkness.
Okay. So let's ask if we can break this contract of her filtering this darkness and try to help her start to just transmute it in a different way that will not affect her skin. Or is this a lesson for her to learn she's not ready with her vanity? That her skin is not who she is.
It's not, and she knows this, but it's like her. She just wants to embrace the body and its light and its ability to be whole and full. So
Okay.
it's a lesson, but it doesn't. Nothing needs to be the way it is. It's all a matter of perception and acceptance.
Yes. So does she need to accept? Does she need to accept these black spots, or understand we can send light to them and start to heal them and lighten them?
We can send light. We can begin to transmute it, to release it.
Okay. Let's ask the archangels to send this melasma, these spots that have manifested, sending it a purifying light of white. Is that okay?
It's a connection to the Epstein Bar virus, which has infiltrated humanity, women, their wombs, it's like humanity perseverated and we created this, but it's like a darkness that's affecting the light of the divine feminine, and her and many women carry this. But
yes. So the Epstein Bar was created by the dark?
yes.
And can we start to heal the Epstein Bar? Do we need to talk to the Epstein Bar? Is that connected to her Lyme? Does she have Lyme disease?
No, PCOS, but it's also responsible for Lyme. It's responsible for so many chronic illnesses.
So is this Epstein Bar?
She very much would.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sorry.
Yes.
Is the Epstein Bar in the DNA? Has it infiltrated the DNA?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's speak to this Epstein Bar that causes so much pain and suffering for so many men and women alike. Let's give it a voice. Do you see it? Can you envision and see where it's hiding? It's all through the body now, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And what does it look like?
Virus. It's a virus. Oh my God. It's like people. Oh my God. So sad.
Describe what you're seeing for us.
It's just affecting so many human bodies, and it's like a darkness that's feeding the darkness with the pharmaceutical. The pharmaceutical industry has specifically created antibiotics to strengthen these strains of Streptococcus and Epstein Barr to to slow the formation of the light body and feed people off pills and food. They even, oh God. And she knows this, but she's feeling it. But it's like the food
Yeah, there's
fed in labs and to these viruses. So when people eat, they get sick. When people breathe, when they're just, their mood is down. Empaths. This is how they're getting the empaths. Because
the
our
GMOs?
energies are always up and down. And yeah, no, it's like everything. It's, yes, but the empathic people and light workers are so emotional and they feel things so raw. So the minute their frequency just goes down a little bit, it leaves room for a viral invasion, which has strengthened. And that's how they're trying to repress the light bodies, the light workers.
Yes, and along with the flu shots and vaccines that are completely damaging the immune systems, destroying them, all made from the dark.
It's not fair because people deserve and need to be creative. And the body doesn't. It's like an infection.
Now, let's see. So we know they're infecting the food. They're infecting us with frequencies that lower our vibration as well. Even the water is affected. But let's focus on this virus or viruses that they create. They create many viruses. This is just one of many of their tentacles from this octopus, this beast of the pharmaceutical companies that is not serving the light, that's been oppressing us and humanity for so long. Let's speak to now the virus. So we're going to give it a voice. We're going to bring it up, 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 and speak directly now. I would like to speak to the virus. Hello, virus. Thank you for being with us today. Can you tell me what your mission is?
Destruction.
Destruction? Correct?
Yeah.
And who created you to be a destructor?
We can adapt.
Could you repeat, please?
We adapt to what you create.
You go back to what we create?
Yes.
So you're very old
We
then?
adapt.
Oh, you adapt. Okay.
We're ancient and we've just mutated to acclimate to your darkness.
So,
Coexist.
okay, so are you dark, would you say? And you adapt to more darkness and feed off of darkness?
Yes, but I am just like you. But
so you've been feeding off of destruction, off of pain and misery and suffering for so long now. Wouldn't you like a different job and to adapt to the light now? Adapt to a beautiful peace and love and healing, and be a blessing for all. Coming out of the darkness, you don't have to be in darkness. Darkness is a
I
trap.
sit well though.
What was that?
Oof.
Oh, what
Sit
do you say?
well.
Archangel Michael is here. Archangel Raphael is here. We can help you. We can work together. You can work for the light again now. Maybe you did before and forgotten that we all came from light.
Yes.
And that light is deep inside you. That light you buried ages ago to become this darkness, this dark monster. You don't have to be a monster anymore. You can be healed and become a healing energy full of love and light, beautiful and spectacular, and where all would welcome you in with open arms, and you would so belong and so fit in and be living to a higher purpose and a highest purpose.
We want people to understand that you are genetically equivalent near to fruit flies in comparison to our genetic strains. We have billions and you have 22,000 human beings. You are lucky to be here. So the more you destroy the microbiome of life, we will become stronger and we shall do what we must do to live as rightfully as you deserve to live. But that may include us invading your bodies, which is unfortunate, but you must, if you wish to stop, if you wish to claim back your microbiome, you must stop destroying it to begin with. If you stop destroying it, then we cannot coexist or enter your body. So,
And how do humans rebuild their microbiome?
cleanse raw fruits and vegetables and life force, energy, electrical foods. Your planet is too toxic for you to eat the way you're eating. You cannot, if you really think that the world is clean enough for you to enjoy a bag of chips at a time like now, you're foolish.
Yes, and so many Americans and others in modern cultures eat their fill of junk food and fake foods and GMO foods, unaware of all the consequences they bring. Yes.
That is how we grow, because we can adapt, and a lot of humanity forgot how to adapt. They forgot that they are quantum, but because we understand that we are quantum and abide by our own laws of nature and adapt, we can infiltrate and make our way through the microbiome.
Yes. And have you been programmed for darkness to feed off the darkness?
Most definitely.
Now we can reprogram you to be a positive and like the blessing, as we said, at least in this soul being that you're in her microbiome now. Or can we affect all of the viruses? Are you all one consciousness?
Two. One is a bacterial strain that this vessel mutated by accident by overdosing from antibiotics growing up. She made it stronger, but she didn't know better because she believed the medicine was helping. but people must realize that antibiotics sits in your liver and feeds low-grade versions of viruses and strep and bacteria that only get stronger and thus take over your vessel.
Now, what about a
And
natural antibiotic like our ancestors would have used, like garlic and onion, colloidal
medical
silver?
medium Anthony William, he channels source and ingredients recipes that are the purest and most effective ways of extracting the viruses and bacteria from the body. But Miss Being is smart because she realizes that she's also more than the body, that there's the quantum aspect, which is why she's been listening to Joe Dispenza and trying to intertwine the two, and why she's here at hypnosis, because she knows that all it takes is a quantum leap forward.
Yes. So yes, so antibiotics are damaging humanity and on a massive level, and damaging our gut most of all, which has most of our immune system, our natural protection. But today, what is this being ready to be released? And would you like to move on from this body or be transformed in this body? Has she learned her lesson with this darkness being in her microbiome, and she's been sick for some time?
Yeah, she's she's fed up. She's learned, and she knows what she needs to know to carry forward. So our job is done.
Thank you so much. What would you need a healing light now from the angels to be released and healed?
Yes, I'm just trying to bring the strep from the mutated antibiotic.
The bacterium? Beautiful. Yes, let's bring that strain as well. Thank you so much. We appreciate you connecting with us today. And thank you for the lessons and the wisdom. We appreciate you so much. And teaching Sarah and all those with Epstein Bar all these lessons in health. And our diet is so important, and how we treat our body temple is so important, and our thoughts are so important. They all can make us sick. So we'll shine. What light do you need from the angels?
Green.
Green, beautiful. Let's bring green healing, love, energy. What will the green do for you, help you do?
It'll heal and restore itself.
Okay, heal and rejuvenate into her gut, into all the DNA, rewriting, becoming transformed into a blessing.
In the liver.
In the liver, okay, shine that green light, healing light with this new program into her liver, filling it with this emerald, beautiful light, cleansing and purifying with white light as well. Any darkness, any sickness left that we can cleanse and purify and rejuvenate now. Our cells can be reborn just like our souls. So rewriting the DNA to be stronger, to be healthier, to be brighter and rejuvenated. This green golden aura will surround her and all of her being and all of you. And tell me when it's done if you need any other light. dear one?
I'm seeing like a missing strand from DNA structure.
Okay. Does it need reconnected?
Yeah.
All right, let's bring in this missing strand or disconnected strand. Let's activate it now. Ask Raphael and all the highest beings and source to reconnect, to reactivate this DNA in Sarah. Does this DNA activate the light body and her spiritual gifts?
Yes, accelerate.
Yes, very good. Beautiful. Thank you so much. So keep aligning, reconnecting, healing that DNA structure into the mind and the body and the soul, activating those memories that she needs to know now, unlocking those memories connected to that DNA strand. And tell me when it is done.
Done.
Very good. Thank you so much. And I'd like to speak to the virus once more to ask, what does it want humanity to know? And can it be an adaptation to our light and feed off the light in the future? Be a virus that connects us all with love and healing instead of these negative things and sickness.
In a way, we are doing this now because the sicker you get, the more you realize your system is failing you, and that what you are feeding it is not helping you, but rather hurting you. And people utilizing now the information from people like Anthony Williams, the medical medium, and Joe Dispenza are beginning to experience the liberation of their bodies through life force energy or the remembrance of their quantum energy connection to it. So, in a way, we are leading you back to your light, and humanity is now beginning to realize what it takes to break the body and to recreate it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for your message. And Denali was also affected with Epstein Bar. And so this is in a way a lesson for us all and part of our awakening then.
Yes, you do not need to be sick. You can live a free life. Everyone can. It's just a matter of recognizing your tools and knowing what's good for you, what is helping you, and the reprogramming can be painful because people find comfort in their cheesy lasagnas and people find emotional comfort in their roasted chicken and marshmallowed snacks.
Yes.
But ultimately, the liberation comes from the connection to life force and Gaia. So the more you infuse your vessels with life force, the less dead life can infiltrate your body.
So someone wanting to cure you that maybe can't get with a quantum healer or Joe Dispenza that might hear this wisdom today, they heal you with their diet and their thoughts, correct?
Exactly.
Okay. And meditation, visualization.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much. Now let's go back to the higher self. May love and light be with you. Thank you so much. I would like to ask now, connecting back to the higher self, about her reoccurring dream that she's had recently where she feels she's lost, she's looking for home, and there's always someone with her, a friend or a cousin is with her in this dream. What do you want her to know about this dream?
She doesn't need to keep looking for answers to find her way back to herself.
What does she
just needs to
What does she need to do?
Just be happy, relax. You're home physically, and you've always been home. She keeps trying to search for more and more and more answers, but she literally has more than she needs. So she thinks that she's on a journey to find her way back home, but she's home. Otherwise, she wouldn't be surrounded by her friends and family in the dream if she were not home. She would be alone. But
she just needs to recognize home is where the heart is.
Yes, exactly.
Just like the gypsies know home is wherever they are at that time and at that place where they feel most connected. And we can find that connection deep within wherever we are. Beautiful. Thank you so much. And speaking of the gypsies again, what is her connection to the Black Panther and the Egyptian Basset?
Past life.
Past life in Egypt?
Yeah, it's a very strong connection.
Can you take us and show her this life now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to count from 10 to 1, and we will travel to this past lifetime with her connection to Basset. She will see and learn that connection, traveling through time and space. 10, 9, 8, drifting and floating. 7, 6, 5, traveling through time and space. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and be there now. And look around and tell me, where do you sense or feel you are?
I'm in a temple.
In a temple, beautiful. Describe it to us.
Highly protected, and I think higher beings.
What was that about higher beings?
People come there.
Okay.
A temple for higher beings, but not too many humans are allowed to enter this temple, but I can.
And what is your why are you here at this temple today?
To remember my practice.
Is this a temple to Basset?
Yeah, that's that. She's a feline goddess and protector of Egypt. She's it's like I bring things for her ritual. I prepare things and I take notes, mental notes.
Very good. And how do you feel in this temple?
I feel devoted to a practice, just very, very calm, honored, welcomed. I feel like I have a purpose.
Beautiful. And what do you look like? Look at your body there. Are you male? Are you female? Are you human?
Female, wearing a white robe and I'm tan. Hair is black. I'm skinny.
Mm-hmm. And any jewelry or adornment on the body or hair?
Sometimes, but in this moment, I'm bare. I'm very simple and humble.
Very good. Okay. So are you in training to be a priestess at this temple? Perhaps? Or what are you doing practicing this?
I'm serving. I'm like a helper, but the goddesses and the beings that work with me know that my soul is more than human. They know that I'm experiencing the humble life of the human servant. My soul has incarnated with them and works with them. So it's like I feel at home when I go back to the temple.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And what do these gods and goddesses look like that you work with? Describe them.
Just large beings, they're huge. I just feel I'm small next to them in size, but my soul is like they see my soul. They don't see my body. It's like my soul is in training through the perspective of a human, but energetically we're aligned.
Beautiful.
It's like
Thank you.
a shape. It's a weird shape.
Your soul? What's a weird shape?
It's like our connection. In these temples, it's like a certain light point is activated on each side, and it creates a coherent flow of energy to access and transform, transmute energy, messages, everything.
Mm, wonderful. So you have no fear of these beings, you trust them and work with them and feel they are benevolent.
Definitely. It's like a family bond.
Okay. And do they help humanity, these gods and goddesses?
At the moment, yes. We're trying to work with humanity and teach them and help them evolve and learn the truth. But there's also a disconnection within humanity.
And what is causing that disconnection?
Darkness.
Mm. Now, can you ask these beings, why did they leave and why did they go into hiding or stop helping humanity on the level they did in those ages? So clearly and openly.
It's because humanity, well, the beings wanted to help humanity, but also had their own agenda. Humanity just wanted to do things on their own and became too fearful and just fearing just war and anger, and it's just they don't vibe. They don't vibe, and humanity just needs to learn things for themselves, and so they gave all the tools that they could, just kind of left.
Do they watch over us still?
Yes, and many of them are here as humans, and we're all helping each other now. Many of us are here now, but from the perspective of a human. And I think I was one of the first examples of that. But the being leaving, it's like the being I decided to incarnate as a human and work with the beings from the perspective of a human, so that I could understand what it's like to be human. It's just different.
Yes. Interesting. Ask, are they helping with the Ascension now?
Yes and no. The Ascension is it's just Christ consciousness returning and igniting, and it's more of an energy. It's the highest energy, and the beings, a lot of them are incarnated as humans to help, because they are, I don't mean to say it this way, but they just have a level of intelligence it's more advanced and evolved, so they can understand and see things that humanity still wasn't ready for or didn't understand. It's like you're going to sit down and give a quantum physics textbook to a second grader. They're not really going to retain as much information, and that disconnect can be quite frustrating. So when the beings came here, there was a lot of tension and collision and even war. Like they're just
Ask, where did
you
these
come here to help?
They came here to help. Ask where these beings came from originally.
Many solar systems, from Sirius to Pleiades, star systems.
So did they left the planet when, after all of the darkness came and not vibing with humanity?
Yes and no, because they love humanity, and humanity, there's a deeper love and connection, and many of them incarnated as humans, so they understand what it's like to be human, and the humbling lessons and transformation and love and contrast from being a human. You know, it's yeah.
Interesting.
It's different from when you're from within.
Yes. Now, who is the goddess that she is an incarnation of then, or one of these beings? Can you tell her name?
Bastet.
Basset. Okay, Bastet.
Yeah.
And that's why the black cougar or ant jaguar is with her as well.
Yes, the soul fractal of this goddess. Almost like a daughter.
Beautiful. And was Denali in incarnations with her in Egypt in these temples?
Yes, they served together. We prepared bowls and gathered herbs and prepared a lot of the rituals as healers.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Can you tell me on, I think we have asked all of her questions, just an update on the awakening planetary wise, like how a percentage of how many are awake at this time, and how is the awakening going?
It's right now at the purging phase. A lot is being purged and cycled out and processed. And as the darkness begins to disconnect and the vibrations begin to increase, like it can be, it's a transition phase right now, but a lot of the light work themselves just prepare, heal your body, take time now to love one another, be with your family and friends, and express as much love and gratitude as you can. Just cleanse, make this as easy as you can for yourself, because this is an energy that's never been here before. It's very new, it's very powerful, and it's like, imagine you've been breathing in dirty air all your life, and then all of a sudden the oxygen changes and becomes clear, that your lungs are going to adapt, your body is going to be like, oh my god, this air is too fresh. It's so fresh, and it can be quite exhausting emotionally and physically. You can be tired.
Yeah, some of the Ascension symptoms we've been feeling like
body.
Now, are we receiving DNA activations and upgrading as well? I've been told, is that, and some of it's uncomfortable for us because we're not used to it. The human body isn't quite used to it.
Very much so. It's just a matter of time before it all ends and begins again.
Beautiful. Can you help us when we are dealing with some Ascension symptoms? Give us some advice on what we can do to help lessen them and help deal with them.
You're going to want to connect to as much life force as possible, because life force is pure. Eat many raw fruits and vegetables as possible. Grains and protein and fats may be heavy on the body at this time, so try to reduce your grains and proteins and fats. Avoid just the preservatives. Read your cans and bottles. Make sure you're not consuming anything that has natural flavoring, citric acid. Avoid. Follow a lot of the medical medium diets, because they offer deep cleansing and remember that before all, this is all quantum, it's all energetic.
So going outdoors more, being in the sun more, earthing, salt baths.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Drink lots of pure water.
Because the water is contaminated, pray, call upon the angel of water to activate your water. Squeeze lemon into your water, that the intelligent life force of the lemon reactivates the divine flow of the water.
Yes, Denali's been drinking lemon water and tells all her clients to drink lemon water for years now to help alkaline the body as well. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Is there any question that we did not ask today that she needs to know? And what was her lesson to learn in that life as Egypt, actually?
Her lesson in Egypt, well, that was one life.
Yeah, in the life serving that we just saw as a healer.
She will soon be ready to see the others, but not yet. Right now, she just must be true to her practice and trust every day. She's afraid that she isn't healing or that she won't heal or get to where she wants to go, but she's very much well on her way to being where she wants to be. She just needs to surrender more and trust her practice.
Okay. Beautiful. So is there any question that we did not ask today that she needs to know or any one of us need to know?
No.
Thank you so much. So we're complete.
Okay.
Okay. And then we are complete.
There's a movement in my right arm.
Okay. Well, let's bring that up then. There's the movement. Can you zoom in and see what it looks like?
It's the divine masculine energy. She's divine feminine. It's stuck in her arm.
Okay.
It's literally moving up and down right now, up and down.
Okay, so it's a divine masculine and feminine, blocking her divine feminine. What is it doing in her arm? Let's speak to it now then. Let's give it a voice. We'll bring this energy. What does it look like?
It's just white.
White? Okay. So let's bring that in. Let's bring it up, 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 up. Focus on that white divine energy in the arm, bringing it up, 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 and go ahead and speak now to us. You wanted our attention, so you have it now. Hello. Can you tell me, what message do you have for her?
Breathe.
Breathe. Is she not breathing properly?
Oh, she must return the breath to her womb.
Okay.
How? It's so funny.
It's hurting your arm? Oh.
It's like a.
What's happening?
It's just light that got stuck. Didn't make its way through.
Okay. So we need to help it be unstuck. And it said something about your womb. Is that why you had this heavy menstrual cycle? Did any of this connected?
Yeah, it was like a disconnect between her divine masculine and feminine meridian.
Okay.
But it's like an old wound. It's just not against the divine masculine, but she's learning to forgive it. But because she creates tension in her breath, it just got trapped in her arm and literally just going up and down and just trying to make its way through to flow. I think that's the selenite.
Okay. So the selenite, yes. So we need to help heal this old wound, and rebalance the masculine, feminine meridian.
Yeah, just forgiving the divine masculine, because the divine feminine, I think, in many ways, and has been hurt. And but there's a unity, a divine unity between the two that must be embraced and balanced between
Yes.
all.
Yes. So forgive now. And let's call on the collective divine feminine to forgive the masculine for not knowing it any better at times, and awaken their true potential, and their true power is not in control or suppression. It's in balance. It's in love. It's in unity. It's in being a team and being one with the feminine and the masculine, a perfect balance. So archangels will help healing the situation in Sarah and around the planet. We will also ask for some healing from the divine with rainbow light and much forgiveness, so much forgiveness that is needed, which is love and understanding. And sending
I'm
that.
seeing the
You're seeing hands
the
together?
symbol.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah,
We will,
together.
yes, we will be again balanced and brother and sister once again, aligned again to our highest potential and power, working together, not against one another, because we are all one and have lessons and benefits to both the masculine and feminine that align perfectly to work together in perfect unison, the perfect fitting and holding of hands. And keep feeling that healing light and sending it out yourself. Envision the divine masculine and feminine now holding hands, healing hands together, and loving one another truly and unconditionally again. And tell me when it's done. And that we will ask the angels to continue blessing this and help healing it in our collective subconsciously, to keep sending love and healing forgiveness in this area.
It's done.
Thank you so much. So let's bring Sarah back now, this beautiful, loving angel, her beautiful energy. And we thank you, all of the guides, for all the wisdom and all the healing she received today. We thank you, thank you. Be blessed. And we love you and appreciate you. So coming back now, feeling recharged and repurposed in her being, in her knowing, in her power, and knowing more of who she is divine through and through, and healing. All healing is self-healing, and it's all in the belief. And the more humans believe and believe in each other, we can heal together even more. So keep awakening the soul, keep aligning her divine abilities. Keep her on the straight path, this beautiful path of healing and awakening, and dissolving the ego more and more, for learning her lessons as she goes, being one with the divine within her, loving herself unconditionally, and loving the masculine and the feminine together. And keep growing her soul, and let her shine more and more as her true self and true being. coming back to us now, so much more enlightened and empowered with wisdom from the divine. Coming back to the body. Coming back to us. Knowing she is a healer. Knowing her healing abilities within her. So coming back now, come on, you can start to move your body. You can remove your mask if you're ready. Just get back and wits about you in the body. Take your time.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
I'm feeling like so much heat.
Yeah, probably
That's
sweaty.
crazy.
Yeah, the healing energy makes you warm. Definitely. I have people sweating, and it won't even be that hot, and they just are drenched sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'll turn my video on. Oh, wow. Okay, so good. I think the part about the Epstein Bar was really interesting and helpful for so many people. My mother had it. I had it. I believe I am healed from all of my autoimmune, but no, there's the capacity to get sick again. I believe if we give that power again and ruin your diet and ruin your thoughts and all those things. So that was, some very helpful information. And I had the Lyme, I had Epstein Bar, I had everything in the kitchen sink trying to destroy me. And that was my big awakening, because I was so sick that I could do nothing but go within and meditate and research, and that led me to this now, led me to be.
I don't know if you're seeing this, but there's something on your screen. It's like a white light that keeps floating.
No, maybe you're seeing it.
Forward.
No, it's probably an angel. Oh, now I see it. Oh, interesting. I don't know what that is. I don't know.
It's there, right?
Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
Nothing.
I don't know what's doing that.
Yeah. I was listening to you, and then I was just like, oh my gosh, there's like a
yeah. Well, the veil is
thing, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. The veil is thinning, so we're going to see more and more manifestations of spirit and things. So I don't know what that is. That's funny. But that was an amazing session. That was an amazing session. So we're at 4:40 right now. So yeah, I really enjoyed that and got a lot of good info for you and for others. That was very, very helpful and interesting. And how do you feel?
It's just crazy how I feel good. It's crazy how I could see this virus that was like everywhere. It's everywhere. And that's the unfortunate thing. Like a lot of people, and along my research, I've just been learning that it's not the body's fault that it's catching these viruses. It's that our environment has been so toxic, and as energetic beings who forgot that they were energetic, we've just become disconnected from the fact that, it's important to hold your frequency. It's important to know who you are and what you're capable of, because when you're not, I mean, you'll get sick. You don't know better, and sickness, and that's a part of my calling now, and this is why I've just disconnected myself from school and from my typical routine to just kind of come here and heal. It's to study and to remember that the body is capable of healing itself, that we are quantum beings, and now people are beginning to remember that more than ever. But it's just
you
always
were
amazing.
You were so wise beyond your years. You're so wise beyond your years, because you're only 21, and it took me, I don't know what year for me to start. I'd ate organic for years though, and was very careful about my diet and things, and keeping my body temple as pure as I can. But having to go hardcore when you get extremely ill.
and people take for granted their health. But it's funny with the corona now, everybody thinks, a mask is going to protect them. A mask isn't going to protect you from a virus. It's so tiny, it's going to get through these paper masks or fabric masks, whatever you're wearing, that how we protect ourselves is building our immunity and, aligning with the divine and purifying our body temples and just, strengthening the shield that God gave us, which is our immune system. And really in the gut is everything. The gut is the key to, healing any autoimmune issue. Exactly. And diet, and that's part of my Ascension coaching, is teaching people how important our diet is, and we are what we eat and we become what we eat. And that energy is in the food. If we think of it, yourself as even just a vehicle or a machine, you want the best fuel in that machine because we want to make it last. And actually I stole that from my husband because he always says that. He goes, I only want premium in the tank, like uses it as a kind of silly little cheesy thing, but I'll rephrase it. But, yeah. But good. Well, I think, again, these were lessons for you, why you got the Epstein Bar, why any of us get it, that it's part of our spiritual journey, you learn to heal yourself. You learn about healing, and to become a healer, the first one you heal is yourself. So the first one I healed was myself. And in truth, we are all our own healers because it's all from the mind, what you believe. It's always placebo. The angels tell me all the time, everything's placebo. That's why the placebos work, because people believe this pill is going to fix me.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So beautiful. Anything else that stood out?
And that's what's amazing about about like the Kaaba and like the black box and Islam and just like that part of my life. Like I think that was really such an interesting connection and really unexpected. But yeah, it's just, I'm just seeing the puzzle pieces fitting more and more. And I think what I want to do and what I want to create one day is hopefully a platform that can teach people how to bridge the quantum and the physical aspect of themselves. Because on one level, we're energetic beings, but on another, like we do have physical bodies that are highly intelligent and need to be taken care of. So yes. And that's what I love about what I'm studying now, like from Joe Dispenza to medical medium. It's like you can heal yourself through Joe Dispenza, and you can literally continue to eat all the junk food you want in the world because you're just tapping in quantumly. But on the other hand, medical medium is restoring life force back into the vessel to the point where viruses can't coexist anymore. And I think that bridging those two together is so important, especially for people my age and in my part of the world as well, back home in Jordan, like in the Middle East. Very few people are aware of this, or of their foods, what's in their foods. Alongside with my mom's side, like she's Puerto Rican, and like just reading the back of the cans and the label things that my grandmother people just need to be aware of who they are, what they are, what's around them. And
yes, and how
everyone deserves the best for themselves.
Period. Yes, and our food energetically is also affected by the people who cook it, the people who are like murdering these animals, and all the negativity and suffering going into our factory farms. So, and it's so important to bless your food. I also teach, like you had said, to bless the water. And I also teach my clients that, and that comes from the divine, of course, where it doesn't come from me. And drinking lemon water is such a huge tip. And I tell everybody, even if they're not my client, you should be drinking lemon water, because all those vitamin C supplements are fake for the most part. Citric acid, is it the citric acid that is the fake? Or I think it's citric acid. There's two of them that are vitamin C forms, but nothing is better than the pure vitamin C you get from like an organic lemon or lime that I drink every day. And I can tell the difference if I don't drink my lemon water a couple of days or a day. I can tell, I'm like, oh, I need my lemon water.
Just active water, and it's it was quite a heavy session, but I think a great one, and with a lot of beneficial information for people to hear. And just it reaffirmed so much for me as well. It's like always at the end of the session, I'm just like, oh my God, like
Yeah. Well, you'll go, and that's why it's good to rewatch it. I don't know if you rewatched your other one, because you'll catch more things. And I'll rewatch client sessions a few times to make sure I don't get anything else from, my spirit that I feel like I needed to know, or for the client, just, you can learn so much, like you said, watching Alba's, and, people can watch mine, and any other quantum healer you feel connected to. There's so much information and so much people can learn from channeling and channelers. And also to be careful, because not all channeled information is true, and not all accurate, because some sessions, especially someone that is just doing the first session, their ego is going to interfere a lot. So some of the messages could be infringed upon egoic thought. So, but like Abraham Hicks is a good one. She's an amazing channeler. Tabash are also ones that I recommend watching. And so just use your intuition and whatever channelings you watch. Even from Alba, not everybody on there is like Metatron or like Geraldine, in which I know both of them, and they're amazing. And there are other ones you can. Geraldine does some. What is she doing? I can't remember. But Metatron's doing a lot of stuff online now and bringing light workers together just to talk, and he's amazing. But well, all right, love. Do you have any other question or any other thing you want to say? It was good.
No, I think it was amazing, and I'm still just amazed by that light that just keeps flying next to you, just like back and forth, disappearing.
I don't see it now.
It's like.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Oh, wow. It's like
just back and forth.
I don't know what it is. I'm going to try to figure that out. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an angelic energy or what. They just are hanging around. They're all over, though. They're always with us. So good. Well, keep using your selenite. And then let me know. You can text me when you want to schedule again in a month.